Loud and clear.
All right, just going to start this recording and show my screen. And I'm going to pull up your questions here. Okay, Austin Delaney and Roger Rowe here, and what we're going to talk for. Austin has some questions before he gets signed up, and I know a lot of you guys who are going to be watching this recording you have a lot of questions, I know, and Austin and I are going to talk about a bunch of this stuff right now. He was gracious enough to let me record this call, so we're going to see if we can get him started off in the right direction with a little coaching to start with, give him some ideas, and walking through how the process is going to go. We just decided to do this 2 minutes ago, so this is a real live deal. We haven't scripted anything, and we're just going to go through his questions. So, hey, Austin.
Hey, all right, Roger.
I really appreciate you doing this. This is uncomfortable for a lot of people.
That's cool, man. Let's get stuck in.
So you have clients that you're already doing work for. You're handling their autoresponders and their WordPress and all that stuff. Tell me more about what you're doing for those guys.
Been working with them for a few years. I've kind of narrowed it down. I've worked with lots of different local businesses over the years, and now I'm just fortunate enough to work with 2 or 3 that feed me enough work. So I look after a membership site, I run Infusionsoft campaigns, handle SEO, things like that.
Okay, and when you're running Infusionsoft and any other autoresponders, are you writing any of the emails, or are you just handling the technical stuff?
I'm handling the technical stuff.
Okay. All right. Do you have any experience in writing emails or building a list?
Not greatly. I mean, I've signed up for courses that I haven't dived into. I've seen, the Machine by Ryan Dias. I've seen the emails that come out of that, and one of my clients owns that and customizes them for her own stuff. So I've seen the process there. And I signed up recently for something from Copy Hackers, but I haven't gone into it yet.
Copy Hackers. I get a lot of good stuff from Copy Hackers. Okay. All right. So you're a master at the tech stuff, but you're a novice at the art side of the business, which is the writing.
Yep.
Okay, and you're working for local businesses, handling their tech stuff. So this is moving into affiliate marketing is going to be new for you, right?
Yeah, to actually do it, and get anything out of it, I've dabbled over the years, but never committed to it.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. Tell me why you've never really dived into it.
One of the issues that I face when looking at things like WSOs is trusting them and the credibility and committing my time to it, to get into it and see it through. If it's not going to work, I'm happy enough doing my work, my paid job that I have. I've developed my skills there. So, because of looking at a lot of things, I'd read a lot of WSOs and just decide pretty quickly that they weren't going to scale up. They weren't for me. They seem to be a lot of untested ideas out there that sound good, but I didn't trust that people had actually, made money from them. So occasionally I dip back into the Warrior Forum. Today just happened to be one of those days.
Okay. All right. That phenomena, what you're talking about, is something that we all experience before we get into affiliate marketing. Number one, you don't know who to trust. And number two, there are lots of freaking claims out there. And a lot of them they seem to be too incredible to believe. So here's a tip. When you're buying WSOs, never buy a WSO that doesn't have video proof of earnings.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're buying an SEO product, never buy an SEO product that doesn't have video proof of rankings.
Sure.
If they don't have that video proof, they probably aren't doing it themselves.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everything can be Photoshopped, screenshots of earnings and all that crap. That's all BS. So don't ever trust those. So that, if you just use that one tip, that is going to separate all the crap from all the stuff that's possible.
Sure.
Now, going from there, the next thing that you need to recognize about yourself is we all have a tendency to say, okay, my time is valuable, it's worth this much money if I'm working for somebody else, and I don't want to spend the next 2 weeks or the next 2 months working on something 20 hours a week when I'm not really sure about it.
Mm-hmm.
We all that's called counting the cost.
Sure.
When you're first getting into affiliate marketing, you have to ignore that voice in your head because you are going to work for free in the beginning. Yeah. That's just the way it is. When I was 24 years old, I started a brick and mortar business in Birmingham, Alabama, in the States, and I worked for free for months. Now, you know, if I had said to myself, well, I'm not going to do this because I don't want to work for free, then I never would have started that business, succeeded in that business, and sold that business for a big chunk of money just 3 years later. And it's the same in the affiliate world. You have to put some work in for free, but it doesn't have to be forever like a lot of people do.
Sure.
There are people who have been dabbling in affiliate and internet marketing for 10 years who've never made more than $100.
Can believe it.
And those people have just been where you have too much where you have too much discipline, they have none. But it's good that you do have some discipline. You just need to make sure you put it in the right place.
Sure.
Another thing that hurts people when they're getting into the affiliate game is they start hearing about free traffic. And there's no such thing as free traffic. Do you do SEO for your clients?
A little bit. I mean, some of them are in such big niches that there's no point. But yeah, no, I'm quite experienced with that stuff. And I know the amount of time you have to put in and build relationships with people. You know, there is a lot of time invested in that, getting it to work. And also for some of the local stuff that I've done, I would go and get, you know, well-paid consultants to work on that because it is important to be up there. And my clients definitely understand it. You know, when they're up the top of the Google, they're getting new customers.
Exactly. But is it free?
No, God, no.
It's not free to your client, is it?
No, they're paying me, they're paying consultants, so
exactly.
No.
So there's no such thing as free traffic. Would you agree?
It's all an yeah, absolutely. It's all an investment.
That's right. Okay, now, you may know this because you probably read this whole thread already. For the last 8 years or so, all I have done was SEO with auto blogging.
Yeah.
And I was lured away from paid traffic back when the good keywords were still just 10 cents. I was lured away with free traffic. Well, I got into it, and I found a way to make it work. And that SEO got me to 6 figures, but I worked 16 hours a day, 7 days a week for the first 3.5 years I was in the business. Not exactly free, right?
No, sure.
Lately, now we're in the last day of September, and things of 2016. So things have gotten more difficult in SEO lately. As you said, your clients are hiring consultants who probably cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
So there's just no such thing as free trial. I can beat that horse all day, and I'll try not to, and we'll move on. But let me ask you, can you tell me what niches your clients are in? Do you mind telling me that?
No, one is in tattoos. They run a tattoo studio, and the others are in sales training.
Sales training. So they actually have digital products then.
They have some. A lot of it's live sales training.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I was saying that the niche is so big. There's some big players in that industry. So going for them on a national level, it's not worth investing in the SEO for that.
Okay, perfect. Does that client in particular, either one of them with the sales training, do they do paid ads with Google or Bing?
Only a small amount.
Okay, but they do
at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. My original idea, what I got excited about, and the reason I asked you to call me was because most of the time, if you're doing work like you're doing for clients, there's a way you can help them make more money. Not everybody does paid ads. So that was one area of revenue I thought you might be able to take advantage of.
No, certainly. In fact, as I said in my messages to you, it was just what you're writing about, hitting Bing with thousands of keywords, the long tails. And I had some long tails for the tattoo guys, and I went and put those into Bing, and there was only one ad there. And if we go for their main keywords, we're up against a lot of competition.
There you go.
So yeah.
There you go. The thing about the long tails, it works with the paid ads just like it works with the auto blogging. Nobody's going to spend a lot of time on those long tail keywords because the volume is so low. So it's easy to pick up that low hanging fruit. And of course, we both know, and probably everybody that's going to listen to this recording knows what it takes to get the shorter tail keywords in SEO to get on the front page for those. But with this tool that we've got, I mean, we literally created 44,000 long tail keyword ads in 10 or 12 minutes. So that's why I've got auto blogging in the title of the thread, because it's just like auto blogging. You're using those long tails to pick up that low-hanging fruit. So let's say, okay, so you have about 20 hours that you say you are willing to invest on this. I'm saying you don't need 20 hours.
Okay.
You might need 20 hours the first week, the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But after you get a couple of campaigns going, maybe 3 or 4, this is going to be an hour a day, maybe 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
Your traffic is going to come because once you get your ads, once you get them published, and then once you let them run for a week, you're going to be massaging those ads and keywords and bid amounts. You're going to massage those for a week or 2 weeks until you have your traffic. And once you have your traffic, Bing or Google is going to send you that traffic every day. You never have to worry about that traffic again. It's going to come because they want to get paid.
Sure.
So that takes away all the stress out of affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
2 weeks worth of work, and you're going to get that traffic no matter what, and that makes life a lot easier. Now you can sit back and concentrate on your campaigns. So let's talk about what kind of campaigns you may want to run. What do you have ideas for? And let me see if I can make sure that you're going in the right direction.
Okay. So in my private message to you at the moment, the two things that kind of, came to mind were just some PLR, going out, hunting down some products with decent sales letters, and maybe putting those up and directing traffic to those, and also looking for just some direct offers, affiliate offers, but I haven't thought of any niches or anything yet at all.
Okay. Niches are, you can make any niche work for you. Mm-hmm. Now, the only question is how much volume of traffic, of affordable traffic, there's going to be for that niche.
Okay.
And all niches are different. So if you don't have one that you already know is going to work, I suggest you get into a sub-niche of making money online.
Okay.
Now, you already, in a roundabout way, make money online.
Sure.
So you know that when somebody that has something to sell gets traffic from the internet, money's made. So you don't have to prove that to yourself. You don't have to have built a list of 100,000 people and made $250,000 a year in order to promote a product that teaches somebody how to do that exact thing.
Yeah.
You know it already works. So get into a niche like that you know is going to produce money. People buy things. That's one of the biggest niches on the internet, right after weight loss and pills and porn, really. I don't even want to mess with pills and porn. Why would you when you can do these other things like weight loss and making money online, working from home? There are still little pockets of revenue and profit in those niches because things are changing all the time. You just have to find them. And the way that we go about doing that is we find what people are typing in to different search engines by using Spraybox. That's how we find those little pockets. And nobody else is doing paid ads like this. So we know that we're getting to places to where there's no competition.
Sure.
There'll be competition for some keywords, but not for the majority of them. And we make it worthwhile because we're doing thousands at a time.
Yep.
So get into making money online, work from home, something like that. What ideas do you have? Do you have anything that comes off the top of your head?
I'd have to go research, Roger. What I'm thinking as we're talking, so for me to invest in this WSO, you've talked about that you're in the forum, you're hanging out in the forum yourself, you're there quite a lot. So obviously really important for me. I understand, I've seen the software, I've watched the video, I see the value of that, creating the ads quickly. But being able to, there's your training in the forum, and just it's having confidence in you as a person who can help point in the right direction. That's what's really important to me, and also knowing that you're doing this, that you're not just hanging out in the forum selling software and always focused on that. The confidence comes from knowing that you're out there as well, building campaigns, doing this.
Absolutely. I get it. And we are doing this. We're doing it in a lot of different niches. Not a lot.
Cool.
I'd say a few different niches. We don't have a ton of niches that we're working in. I simply can't keep up with everything that needs to be done because we're building lists. And building lists and writing emails to those lists takes time.
Sure. So you doing lead magnets to begin with?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. In the training, you will see some of my stuff. You'll watch me build a landing page in one of the niches that I'm working on, actually a couple of them, and you'll see me getting the keywords for one of those niches. I'll walk you exactly how I do it and show you exactly what I do.
Okay.
And those are campaigns that are running. Now, I don't show all of my campaigns
Of course.
because you just can't.
It'd be dumb.
You just can't.
Sure.
But and I have never shown. I've never ever shown my own earnings because people do not trust it.
Okay.
That's why Elbert has been helping me for the past 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
I find something new that works, and I give it to Elbert, and Elbert does it, and we record whatever it is that he does.
Okay.
And that's what I use as my proof. Now, Elbert shares with me the first 3 months. He'll share with me the first niche that he works in, but he doesn't share anything with me after that. And I can't blame him. But he knows that I use what he does as proof. And in return for coaching, that's, we have an agreement.
Cool.
So I just think that people trust it more when they see it coming from somebody else. Otherwise, I could be holding something back, holding something secret, because nobody trusts an internet marketer to give them everything.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't like to put myself in that cubby hole. I'm giving you everything that I know.
Yeah.
And everything that I'm doing myself.
Oh, that's great. So, for me, one of the things that interests me, getting into using platforms like Bing or Adwords and having the guidance and knowing what's a winning or losing campaign before you try and chase it down and turn it into a winning campaign when it's not going to. If we can tap into your experience around that, that's what I would find really valuable.
Well, let me tell you, Austin, that ability is built in, and here's why. If you're using long tail keywords that nobody else is bidding on, you're going to get those long tails for 1 cent to 5 cents US.
Yeah.
Something like that. They may cost you a little more than that. It depends on what the niche is. But because Bing's got a sliding scale, all keywords and all niches are not the same. They know what the money makers are, and they charge appropriately.
Yeah.
So is there a possibility that you could start out the first week and lose money with a campaign? Yes, there is.
Yeah. Okay.
There certainly is.
Oh, yeah.
However, we look at our stats every day, and I show you exactly how to set up automated reporting in the Bing platform. Soon to have that for AdWords as well.
Yeah.
And so you look at those reports every morning. You have them emailed right to your email box automatically every day. So you know which keywords got clicks, which keywords got a conversion. It's going to take you about 1,000 conversions before you know exactly how much a conversion is costing you overall.
Sure.
However, you can also avoid those keywords that cost too much. You take those out. If it's gonna smash your budget by running that a small set of keywords that cost you $10 a click, those aren't the keywords that we want. And the first thing you do, the reason I say it's built in, is because we're putting a nickel or 10 cents per bid for every keyword that we upload.
Okay.
So if you've got a $10 per click keyword in there, you're not going to get a click because it's not going to show because your bid's at 10 cents. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's not going to trigger. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not gonna spend that $10 per click because it's just not going to show. The ad's just not going to show. That's why the safety net is built in. And you also set your daily budget too. Let's say you are rocking along for about a month and you're up to spending, say, $20 a day, and you're getting confident and you want to spend some more money, so you up your budget to however much you want to spend every day, and Bing's going to cut it off right there for that campaign.
Yeah.
So that's a secondary safety net. And if you're looking and if you're doing your due diligence for 15 minutes every day per campaign, you're always going to be able to rely on those two safety nets. Now, if you don't look at your stats, nobody can help you. So
Sure.
And it only takes about 15 minutes every day. You can do it in less time after you get acclimated to the process and know exactly what you're looking at. And that's what we help you do in the forum.
Okay, man.
You're going to have a bunch of questions, and I'm going to answer them. The first thing I do every day is make a cup of coffee and log into the forum. And I'll answer every question that's been posted while I was asleep. And then I'm going to have a little breakfast. I'm going to go to work on my own stuff. And in a couple of hours, I'm going to check back again just to see if anything's been posted. And there's about a 30-minute delay, but if you post a response to a thread that I'm involved in, I'm going to get a notification for it, and I'll click that. It'll email me to let me know. I'll click the link and go into the forum and answer that question. I love working in the forum and helping. That's really what I like to do every day.
Cool. Good.
That's where my creativity comes in. Just like when you messaged me on the Warrior Forum today and told me what you were doing, ideas started popping in my head.
Yeah.
And that's what excites me and makes me want to come to work every day.
No, and it's good to hear that, Roger, because the question becomes, why is this guy in the forums, doing this stuff? Is that what he does? Does he actually make money out of this? But what I'm hearing from you is that's what excites you. That's what you like, helping people, and that's what I want. I want to get involved in a program where I can trust the person who's running it, in the sense that they know how to make money and can guide you in that, but they also want to help you, genuinely want to help.
Right. Genuinely is the key.
Yeah.
It's just what I like to do.
Oh, cool, man. I appreciate that.
I made my first money helping people in another paid forum that I didn't own. And when I would help people, they would buy things that they needed through my affiliate links.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like an addiction for me. I just love it. So not everybody's like that. But I have to work. I love to fish and dive and fly airplanes, but you can't do those things all day, every day.
Of course.
I also like to work, and I'm a bit of a workaholic. So, and when you get to a certain point in your career with your business, and you can choose to do the things that excite you every day instead of doing all those mundane things that you don't want to do, that's what this is like for me. Yeah, that's where I like to be. So,
okay, how many people are in the forum?
We have, in this particular program, we have about 48 people, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
And now, people are funny. Some people don't like to post in the forum. Some people will come in and post for the first 2 weeks and get their questions answered and move on their way. And some other people are in there every day. Some people come once a week because that's what they have time for. So there's in this beta program, we've only got 48 people in it, and we're only going to do about 100. Now, there are people coming in for other things in the forum, and overall total, we've probably got, 200 people that are active.
Yeah.
But they're active at all different levels. So
sure. Okay.
What else can I answer for you to make sure that you're going to get off on the right foot?
I'm good. I'm going to dive in. I want to give this a go. So I turned up onto the Warrior Forum today, just have a look, scroll through the first page, just same old stuff. And your one caught my eye. Yes, in some part it was down to the price tag as well, which is not the usual Warrior Forum, cost. And that got me to look at it further because I want something real. I don't think that if I had something very real that could help people start a business that I would be selling it for $9 on the Warrior Forum.
And you'd be correct.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I want to come in, join the forum, and I've watched the video testimonials, and those guys, they appreciate how you've helped them and coached them, and I want to dip into the world that you've been working in and see if it's a good fit for me.
Well, I appreciate that, and I want you to come in with an open mind. No, you're not going to, it's not push button money.
No, of course not.
So, make a commitment. Make a 3 to 6 month commitment.
Sure, man.
On this. I don't think it's going to, especially for you, since you know all the technical stuff already, I don't think it's going to take you long to pick up and start making money. I would suggest if you're going to build a list, which I tell everybody in the tutorials, build a list,
Yep.
make money over and over and over by helping those people over and over and over what they're looking for. Secondly, I think you should also do some CPA.
Okay.
The CPA is an area that I have not played a great deal in. I've made a commitment for the month of October to start at least 2 campaigns in CPA myself.
Yeah.
I am going to share those campaigns.
That'd be great.
Because I've never done it really a lot. I don't know the CPA market very well. So we're going to be learning together. And I'm going to show you just what it's like. I'm going to be there struggling just like everybody else.
Oh, it'd be good to see.
But Elbert had never done that either. But he knocked it out of the park pretty much.
Yeah, it looks like you picked a good offer.
And I think that's the key.
Yeah.
But how do you find a good offer? You got to test them.
Test, research, yeah.
So
to it. Great. Yeah, for me, what you were just talking about, the email lists then. So you have in the training examples of lists that have worked for you, offers that have worked. So that's what I'd want to see, not to copy them, because, I believe you've got to do your own thing. You said it's not push button, but to see the process, to see what you've put in the emails and how you move people along the funnels and what you're doing, what you're following up with.
I show you how to write good ads that'll convert. I show you how to build a squeeze page that'll convert.
Okay.
I show you how to sell a little tripwire product on the thank you page. For everybody that signs up, they go to a thank you page. They're presented with a $5 or $7 product that will help you replenish your ad spend. And you're going to make a sale or two, because when people are looking for information, they're presented with information, they're going to take advantage of it. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. I walk you through that entire process. And then we do go into using Aweber and how I set my lists up and the rules that we use inside Aweber. It's not complicated, just a couple.
Cool.
Which I'm sure you'll have no problem with. But yeah, we're going to walk through all that, and I'll even give you some email sequences for some MMO products that we're presenting for people, for more people to come into the forum.
Cool. So your follow-up emails, do you put affiliate offers into them, things like that?
Well, I put my offers in first.
Yeah. Okay.
And then affiliate offers later.
Okay.
That's because I've got 10 years worth of experience. I have a
Yeah.
lot of digital assets, and I like to get people in the forum because being in the forum and helping people is what I like to do the most.
No. Okay, man. Well, yeah, I'd like to tap into that, Roger. Excellent. Thank you very much for your time.
I appreciate your questions, Austin.
No worries. I'm going to go sign up now, and I'll see you in the forum.
Okay, if you have any trouble, just let me know. I'm here.
Brilliant. Okay, awesome. Take care.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Roger.
sir. Have a good evening.
Cheers. Bye now.